Episode 384. This is Blind Magic in Alice Springs. Surprise, surprise, everyone. I've got a guest. Oh, Big Jim. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Murray. How are you this morning, mate?
Well, I'm glad to hear your voice because I tell you what, I'm not sure what's so difficult about doing a podcast, but to get some people to come on this series has proven a little difficult. So maybe this is the turning of the tide.
Well, all right, mate. We'll see what happens.
We're just having a chat, Jim.
Yeah.
Nothing hard, is there?
No, not really, mate. No.
Oh, well, pass it on, will you? Pass it on. Tell them it doesn't hurt. It's okay. It's only having a chat with Muzz. No big deal. So anyway, thanks for coming on.
No problem, mate. Pleasure.
Rupert Murdoch, hey? 7 decades in the business.
What an incredible knock, mate. What an absolute incredible knock for an Australian.
Absolutely, and he's still not out. He's just going to be Chairman Emeritus, which I gather means that he will effectively be still very, very much involved. But I guess at 92 years of age, 7 decades doing magnificent things, you're entitled, I think, to be whatever you want to be within the company, I would have thought.
Well, that's right, mate. John Howard told us we'd work to 70, but he's gone to 90.
He has, and still appears to be going strong. And I like the fact that, I mean, look, he is a polarising figure. I know that, and I know the left certainly don't like him because I think that what he does is sticking up for freedom of speech, sticking up for conservative values, and that's okay. That's fine.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. And I think he said, or his son said, that he would always stand for freedom, like his father had done.
That's right.
That's what we need today, mate.
Passing up the message through the family.
Yep.
Imagine being at that kitchen table.
Oh,
that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
It would be very interesting, mate. Very interesting.
I just think that in these times we need a network like Fox because we do have some challenging issues and conservative Christian family values are definitely under attack. So to have a network that allows some other views, the views of the conservatives to have their voice, I think it's a very, very good thing because media is, or appears to be in general, a left-wing caper. So I think it's refreshing to have, even if you have to pay for it, it's fine by me.
Definitely, mate. No, we need to have a voice for freedom. We need to have a voice for Christian and family values. We need to have a voice against everything that they seek to bring against us, mate. You know what they've just been going on with during the COVID, with the lockdowns and so forth and so on. We need to have a voice keeping these people accountable.
Big Jim, what about that? We're going to have an inquiry, but those responsible aren't going to be asked any questions because Albanese appears to be acting as a shield for them. Why so?
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. What a waste of time if we're not going to get right down to the bottom of things, It
is quite incredible what's going on. He spends all of his day promoting the voice and dividing the country, but when it comes to, the lockdowns, the injections against people's will, it appears that those responsible have been shepherded by our Prime Minister. It's just, we just spoke about freedom of speech. That's hardly democratic.
And it's actually incredible when you look back on it, mate, that all this happened over a bad flu, and we caught it anyway.
We did.
They didn't. Nothing protected us. We all got a dose of it anyway.
Well, I think it's more so that, is there going to be more of the same? They're talking about another strain of COVID heading our way. Goodness me, surely not. Surely we've learnt the lessons from the past. But if this inquiry is just going to be a Clayton's inquiry, then maybe not.
definitely, mate. A total waste of time if we're not going to get right down to the bottom of things and lay all the facts bare. That's for sure, mate.
Yeah, not good at all. Big Jim, I've been listening to the weather lately, and it's becoming rather excruciating, shall I say. Almost, it's become a crusade for the climate alarmists. Any chance that the Weather Bureau has now been yet another agency that's been taken over by the left? Because I mean, we know the media has been, apart from, as I said, the Murdoch group, but also the health has been taken over. Education most definitely is awash with left views. And now the weather forecasts it's become very, very painful listening. It used to be just, as I said, tacked on the end of your news report, and you just simply get, sunny 21, windy 23, move on. But now it's almost become an avenue for a crusade.
Yeah, mate. It's been weaponised by the left, to keep spreading their climate of fear. And, that they'll be talking about flood warnings and fireballs and all sorts of things. But
I think they're almost barracking for fires and barracking for really, really hot conditions. Well, they're going to get it because it's called summer, and that's what happens in Australia. I mean, we've had some quite mild summers in recent time, probably the last 3 summers, and of course it's been raining. So, of course, there was a doozy coming, and it will, and no doubt, but that's been the way it's been for many, many years. And I just don't think that they bank on the fact that we've all got memories out here. I mean, we've all been through the highs and the lows and the sideways movement of weather since we were born.
That's right, mate. It's called Australia.
Correct.
We're going to get very, very hot summers. We're going to get fires. And we're going to get floods.
Wow, can I remember some hot summers? We
Yeah.
used to call them, I remember when we were kids, the never-ending summer.
Yeah.
It just school holidays and the heat used to go on and on and on. But back in those days, we actually celebrated it. We used to get down the Williams River there and just swim till our heart's content. We used to go to water skiing. But now we've almost been told that we should be scared indoors, cowering to our abodes, and it's all been driven by fear, and it's just got to stop.
It has, mate. They're going overboard, mate. I reiterate your comments on the weather, mate. It's painful to listen to. We can't just get a 27 in Melbourne and a 33 in Sydney anymore. It's just a giant dialogue about what's going to befall us, what sort of tragedy is going to befall us, and it's.
And if you notice, there are no bushfires anymore. They're all wildfires. Or infernos. There's no such thing as just straight old-fashioned English anymore. It's all full of hyperboles and, as I say, meant to scare the living daylights out of us. And it's just right. I just feel for our children because they're
listening.
They've just been stressed out to the max, and it's not right. It's not on, and it's a big shame because, as I say, we used to love our endless summers. We could hardly wait for them to come around. The last bell would ring to signal the end of term, and out into the sunshine we went, and off on our holidays, camping galore, swimming, fishing. But now it's almost as if, as I said, we've been frightened indoors, and it's just not right, and I'm going to call it out, and I'm hoping that others do. I noticed that Paul Murray did the other night have a bit of a go, but it needs to be called out. And the infiltration of all of our different agencies and media networks is just not on. I mean, it started by, I think a couple of years back, the term fake news was coined. I mean, let's coin the phrase right here and right now, fake weather.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's fake weather, and it's just not on.
Yep,
Anyway-
we can coin the fake education too, mate.
Anyway, Jim, on a very, very positive note,
Yep.
a very positive note, Australia Post, don't you think they're wonderful? It's a huge operation to get mail delivered around the country, and when you consider the internet sales and, since Amazon's arrival, there must be literally millions and millions of articles and parcels and letters that are going left, right and centre around this massive nation each and every day. And yet, pretty much, they all seem to arrive close to, if not on time.
Yep, and mate, I'll also give a big shout out to all the Australian Post workers.
Absolutely.
Working behind the counters in the stores. They've always got a friendly attitude, and they're helpful. And oftentimes they're under pressure, and they can serve you in a great manner. And
that's the amazing thing.
Yeah.
I front up here at Alice Springs often to collect mail or a parcel or to send one away, and they're always absolutely delightful to talk to. It's almost as if they are not busy, but they are. They're very, very, very busy, but they always seem to have time for people.
Yeah, and posties too, mate. A shout out to posties all over Australia, on the beat, delivering mail on the little motorbike, or I think it's the electric bike now, and in the van.
Being chased by ferocious dogs.
yeah, all the things that befall a postie, But good on them, that's an Australian institution that's kept going.
We should remember our posties at Christmas time, shouldn't we? Give them a little something.
We should, mate. I remember, the Garbos always used to get remembered in the days of the old Garbos. People used to leave things out for them.
They did, and we did, I know, back on our little hobby farm in the Hunter Valley.
Yeah.
Those were the days they used to bring even the old baker would come around and deliver the bread. It was beautiful.
Yep, the milkman.
Beautiful. The milkman. Oh, yes. Remember the shakes he used to deliver?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful shakes. And
the old milk bottles.
Oh, yeah. Although, if you didn't get home in a hurry, particularly in the summertime, talking of, I'm not sure that I would have been drinking that milk.
No,
but
she was curdled.
And remember that we used to get it about 11 o'clock, I think, each morning at school.
That's right, the little milk bottles.
Wasn't that pleasant, was it?
Oh, beautiful.
You reckon?
I mean...
I don't know. I think it was the thing that turned me off straight milk. I'd more go for the flavoured variety these days. I think that was on the back of that.
But what a blessed nation that school children got a little bottle of milk at morning tea,
Very true. The beautiful calcium.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought I'd give a shout out to Australia Post and their staff. I think they do a brilliant job. And look, I think I could count on one hand the amount of mail that's gone missing or hasn't arrived on time. And when you consider what a massive operation it must be to get mail here, there and everywhere across this massive nation, the logistics of that would be something else. But wow, do they do a good job?
They do a very good job, mate. Very good.
So Australia Post, we salute you. Australia Post, we do, we salute you. And this has been episode 384, a Blind Magic Communications production.